or as long as both of you are alive. Or to put it in other words, I want your marriage to be a successful marriage. A marriage that really is a lasting and a lifetime marriage. Now, since we've just met, obviously, I don't know very much about either of you. But I'm pretty certain that both of you know that there's a lot of marriages out there in this day and age that don't last. I can't even imagine the hurt that people experience when a marriage breaks up. And I want better for you than that. I want the best for you. I really do want you to have a successful marriage. We know that when people marry, that they don't always do the right things. Because if a couple started doing the right things at the time they married, and if they continued to do those things every day, they would all still be together. So if you can figure out the kinds of things that make marriages strong and healthy, I believe that would give you an advantage. Because if you can identify those things as you begin your married life, it'll give you the ability to begin to implement those things in your marriage right away. And hopefully avoid things that would be harmful to your marriage. I have a couple suggestions, but one other question. Did you notice that your marriage license didn't include instructions? Isn't it strange that a jar of coffee comes with more help than a marriage license? Have you looked at the instructions for a camera lately? Or maybe a cell phone? You could name all kinds of things where they give you a book to help you. But none of those things are as important as you are. I think it's strange that they give you lots of help with things that are not very important. And what is really important is you. You're left to figure it out by yourself. That's not going to help anybody. I want to be helpful. I want you to be successful in your marriage. I found 2 ideas in the Bible that I'd like to suggest to you that I hope would help you with your marriage. And I hope these ideas would be a blessing to you too. Tell me if you've heard this before. Jesus said, treat other people the way you would want to be treated. Yes or no?
Have you heard that before?
Oh, okay. I know that was not included at a time when Jesus was teaching about marriage, but I'd like to suggest to you, I think that's the best way to begin your marriage. I hope that both of you would purpose every day in your heart, day after day, that you very faithfully and consistently treat your bride, and that you would faithfully and consistently treat your groom just the way you'd want to be treated yourself. Because I believe if you will do that, you're going to be treating each other pretty well. How do I know that? I'm sure you want to be treated well. I've never met anybody who didn't want to be treated well. And if you're both treating each other well on a daily basis, you're taking your first small steps toward a successful marriage. Jason, the second thing I want to encourage you to do would be that you give the best that you can give from your heart every day to the lady you love and care about. You don't even have to do things that are difficult to achieve that either. But what I want to encourage you to do is very, very simple. Treat her kindly. Be thoughtful, be courteous. Do make it a point to use kind and loving words as you talk to her. And I hope you do that so frequently that every day your bride kind of feels like you flood her ears with loving words. And I hope that every day you would touch her heart by doing things that are special with and for the lady that you love and care about. When you treat her that way, then your loving touch on her life is a blessing. and you make your bride's life very special. And while you're doing those things, I believe you're building a good foundation that truly will support a successful marriage. What I said to Jason works the other way too. I want to encourage you to do the same. Hope and pray that you give the best from your heart every day to your groom, and use kind and loving words as well, and do special things with him and for him, so that you truly make your groom know how much you love, how much you care for him. One final thought. Again, these words are from the Bible, where it says, if you give, then it will be given back to you again. If you are kind to your partner, you can expect kindness in return. If you treat your partner with love, you can expect to be treated with love. If you're mean or cranky or hard to get along with, please go back to number 1 if that happens, and start treating each other once more as you would want to be treated. For if you're both doing kind and loving and special things every day, I believe it's going to help you build a very wonderful marriage. Does that make sense to both of you? Would you all bow with me for a word of prayer? Please, no pictures right now. Thank you. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for your wonderful gift of marriage. And I thank you, too, for this young couple, Jason and younger Lynn, that have both stood in your presence today, promising their love, pledging their lives, and their faithfulness to each other. Lord, I pray that you bless them and help them in their marriage.